Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning. November 4th, 2022. November 4, 2022. You know, Salon people, and we get 232 days left to the elections. And we get Marabio don't turn 4 years, 7 months today we take power as Sierra Leone. 4 years, 7 months as People's Party, remind me now just now. You see, Salon people, like how we say every day when we come now, we're not coming here for play. We're not coming here because we're idle. We're not coming here for come misinform or disinform anybody. We're coming here for analyze issues as and when we see them. You see, today, it is like we don't lost almost about 40% of the population to drugs that are country today. You know, and the 40% I might minimize them because what you do, some man now also is not in taker. They're not getting anybody to video them and show on a public. But for them reach to this point, we don't begin see the police, the military, we citizens them, they team up the treats, they push, they don't go take drugs, heavy drugs them. They hallucinate, you know, they're intoxicated with drugs. If you don't reach that point in our country, well, we finished. Sierra Leone done. But this is what these guys want. Now this SLPP want. Now this President Biore want. Now this is the government of the SLPP. This is what they want for destroy the lives of young people coming up. For destroy the lives of the youth. They want for left una for day where we don't really think anymore. All you remember now how to offend the next 20 leons or 20,000 or whatever it is for you go buy the next drug where they make you high. So you don't pay attention to what actually happen. You don't see the corruption again. Now they don't go lift the timber logging at the country. They don't lift them. But Marabio gonna COP 27 or whatever. Where they go to meeting them. Where they say, what do you do now for like effect for this climate change? Yeah, so like, oh, they clean the gutter them and everything. Now the man this one don't cut with tease them. It cut with tick and say sell over $250 million. When we did the auditor's general report and that is nothing. Oh, that is nothing. Then now what do we when they do all the calculation from the $5 million, when they be calculator, they say the calculator wrong. Now they go back there, recalculate it comes to $250 million. But you see, some people, these are all some of the things that we need for talked about. These are some of the issues that we for to talk about. But what do we have for focus on today? If we look at the recruitments at Sierra Leone, you remember David Francis, party time, Marabio, we know they employ anybody, but not Sabi. Tribalism in the nation. You know, I can see people, even like with, you know, the Milton Magai Technical University issue. When you get the idiots where they go around social media, they call, you know, Philip Kanu a bigot. You know, Philip Kanu, I'm not saying all of this to support him because we all know the games where he play with other people that were for team up the Mr. Adakwa them, you know, the Dennis Kagbos, the principal of Milton Magai passed. What he do, go behind them and all that stuff. But you don't left all that. But the fact of the matter remains, the reason why today black people them free across the world, now because Americans then stand up and say we're going to call out racists and racism within our society. And that's why if you call people that are tribal and they are practicing tribalism within our country because you're not good for our society. In Sierra Leone today, when I go check all the ministries, the departments and the agencies them. 179 of those ministries, departments and agencies, 166 of them, they're headed by Mende, if not more. Mende. It is tribalism. That is an act of tribalism. You cannot allow one tribe for dominate we ministries, we departments, we agencies, them, we institutions them in that country. It is an act of tribalism. And the people that when they lead their institutions, they are the presidents and all of these guys, they are tribalists. We should call them out. And because that is the only way we can get sanity in our nation. Now you see that woman, when I all see that video of that woman, Tarawali, where they complain, say that the party picky them, they give them job, blah, 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 they call the name them and all that stuff. One thing where SLPP don't do, they don't make, we will not be sabi safe for say Kamara, they be Mende posting. You know, Tarawali, they be Mende posting. All next year now, they don't come hoping people like hype and it's not good for we nation. It's not good for we nation. People don't be sabi. When you say Kamara, all man feel say from the northern part of the country come out. When you say Tarawali, they feel say from the north. But then like today, SLPP also make up a smack that the people now in Sierra Leone, we will not be sabi safe, we all not sabi now. How people can get for the other country, they're moving forward. If these things are not taken care of, if we not get in mind for call out tribalism, if we not get in mind for call out these tribalists within a society where they find the embers of destruction and disaster for we nation and in a few years to come, for generations yet unborn, What is seed when they sow right now? They want to talk about from the 1964 to 67. The seed war but my guy so now make now lead me to a rebel war. Now get we one party state system. Now make Checker Stevens capitalize on all the bad laws them. Well, but my guy pass. Where Sidon will get one party state system for over 28 years. Say Ali Kaba, they go to Bush and go fight rebel war. They say they oppress them, then they suppress them. All of these things is what we're talking about, and that is why we're going to call out tribalism to its face. Tribalism, every Sierra Leonean should be able to nurture that confidence and not say calling out tribalism not a crime. If we call out racism, we say racism not a crime. Now the same way tribalism not a crime. Where you see them, you call them out. You tell somebody say your acts are tribalistic and not good for we nation. That is the kind of courage where every Sierra Leonean and every leader able for someone. And that was the kind of courage where Dr. Samra Kamara summon and talk them. Say then where you go now? If you want to get work, if you don't say boy, you don't get a work. It happened in the country because then they pick themselves. When I look at this fete here. This is what is happening, Sierra Leoneans. And I make when they talk next year, when they call on our attention. Now we see the MCC. Other countries they get $300 million, $400 million. Look, Malawi just gets a $350 million compact for improve the road network. $350 million. Amos Salon gets that threshold now gets $11 million. What you do? Because Mother Bureau sabotage the efforts of Sierra Leoneans for the way for feds all these years. We President Kuruma that the first person make out the MCC in our country. All of these things are the issues they want to talk about. They like it today. If it's all Mother Bureau going kill people in Makeni, kill na Tonkolimba, kill na Paremba Road, kill na Losar, all over the place. Look what happened Augustine. Go and kill something them, shoot innocent citizens them. All of those things them, they don't affect the MCC money. Money we forgot to the people of that country. They like it today. Then they allow we pass this cockard. All of these things. When they look at the country, we know say they don't pass civil liberties. They don't pass political rights, ruling justly, democratic rights. All of that we know say they pass. Then you look at the scorecard, then they get 100% in education funding. But then the picking of the country, now 15% they get a day because the healthcare of the country are lucky. Then they allow MCC. What is there to be celebrating about MCC? What's in the things that follow with the African state today? We get with colonial masters them. They still watch we for see how they behave with safe. What is the point in the MCC? If today what's man again for watch you, they say they give you scorecard, how they treat you people, if they respect the human rights, if they treat them justly, if they take care of the education, if they take care of the healthcare, if they face corruption. Today, almost black man they go wash America. What's man they do for put money over the head? Say if you do well, we will give you this money. Almost we have to be ashamed of ourselves. For them we get what's man and today, we also go fight for independence. Hey, we want independence. Albert Magaide, we want independence. We were not ready for independence. We cannot even take care of ourselves as a people. We don't even care for ourselves. We don't even love ourselves. Look, we healthcare system. Look, we educational system. When they say they spend money, ban. They begin the worker for go school. They inside now water they for letting cross school at the school. They don't get bench. They don't get chair. They don't get toilets. They don't get water at the school step. But they get 100% because of waiting forgery. MCC. Millennium Challenge Corporation. MCC don't pass we. Look me, I pass me now. Nonsense. Today what's money over we and they watch we. We cannot take care of ourselves. Singapore, when they say no compare Asian, go Africa first. No, we go Asia, we go Singapore. First world country they like today. 1960s we were all basket cases. They like today. Singapore now one of the cleanest countries in the world. What's in Nigeria will not get. We reach past Singapore 100 million times we better past them. What's in the untapped resources so not touch except that I country. But look who people in now pan drugs. People don't get hope. The only hope they get now forget high. I make a one for appeal to now. Young man and young woman them. No get near drugs, no go near drugs. Think of innovative ways. Then let's there on my YouTube channel. I do a video for showing how people they make money on YouTube, how people they make money by social media. For empower because I want to know say there is a better way. You can start small and get there. Get involved in your politics. Get engaged in civic conversations. Go to your community. Sabi you people them. Come out for contest for members of parliament. Now make una want the PR system and we resist the PR system. You know, Comrade Salon, we're heading for something. But these are all the things we don't say. History. Talk to me, brad.
Thank you, Ibrahim. You know, once they talk about the history, where they talk, you know, you better way, except if you can, and get the good and get the bad, Ibrahim. But trust me, exposing certain people like more than doing I will be not when they get then dual names them like Kamara and Aminde, Kamara and Madingo. I'm not going to call that it's the same. I mean, they when they can expose themselves, these are the same fluid danger society. Ibrahim, if you start to talk about the first topic starts with the climate change. We also the billions of euros spent last year for Canada COP21 at Scotland. We see where they go as the president is now for clean water. Don't see now the one world they try for plant trees them. We see the destruction by flooding and all that thing. Indoor they open back for them with timber. And Ibrahim, guess what? They need to cut timber, not they not. You don't believe it or leave it. They need to cut not they not.
Comrade, that's a fact.
Understand it, Ibrahim.
That's a fact, comrade. Yeah. When you look, they go protest they protect the Gola forest where they're close to Liberia. They protect them. But then the northern part of the country, they don't control the tick them. Climate change is real, breeze they blow. People are hosting the forum at the northern part of Sierra Leone. Members of parliament, this is a cause for concern. Una for someone parliament, can you not a bank governor who want for see right now. Not a bank governor who want for see. The economy don't collapse, it don't finish. Now we talk about the pertinent issues them right now. Climate change. Look at this logging when they don't open back for them to begin log and cut timber in that country there. Can the PR system? We don't want them. Someone the next commissioner, someone the president. These are the things we want to talk about now. Can the no use no. We are not stupid. Some people are fool again. We see what you want to do. The hypocrisy is too much. Come and go ahead, my brother. And don't forget say Mayor Ivana Kisoya. Always they plant trees. When plant stick, man be your cut. When plant stick, man be your cut. I just want to remind you not no more. Come and go ahead.
Thank you, Brian. So the timber logging is not from south, not from the east, not from the north. For many years, we not touch Japan. And this thing, when they work in this country, now the southeast, but now the north, now they will get the highest numbers and petition them. So the man for can deliberate at this time coming to election for good destroy the northern parts of Freetown of Sierra Leone, totally entirely, it's not a call for concern. So people then they try for plan to see the effect now of lack now to make it mighty go forth to make it the only areas to countries on there because farming not again all the areas that don't cut Ibrahim. You see, look at the trucks, even the presidents are gathering the trucks, Ibrahim. They not remember people themselves or citizens then they serve better. Ibrahim, we see we really they say this now all license people picking them the longer from Bo, from Kenema, from Kaila, from Pujon for be police by force, even if they qualify. Then what's in danger panati now when they talk say when they call all inside in a camera they no more than so tribalize them. They're not just politicize and then tribalize them. But it's even start which man say party time will be ready. Party time. This is party time. Ibrahim is that thing and they come. If we don't put from the beginning, members of parliament don't put from the beginning, they get to the rest of the Ibrahim. These are the circles and fact. But all the police opponents here who talk less at this, tribalism to the highest level. We saw the talk now. This is how the world knows the police has been tribalized. The military non-tribalized and then they take them based on tribe, not based on qualification. You have to be that person, not based on qualification, it's based on tribe, Ibrahim.
You see? Now play the sound, let people hear it. Now play the sound. Let people hear it. People stand by. Now play the sound, let people hear it.
Yes. So I come this afternoon, I can send message to government. Yes. One of President Yo. Now your people are soon at the state particular suits. Now we there also. All the people are on the scene, and the SRPP particular on the scene. Some of them there, all the party stakeholders. We want to talk to them. I mean, one party is not challenging them. SRPP. As soon as they see when people in the suffer, then we sister of God and all them apply for police from the party office. So they come up with Candyman. Right now they're all there. They know the answer. Right now they're all there and I get to all them from this morning who don't come. The name they're all over and come when they don't go inside for this police business. Not on the party grassroots. They're all like extra person. They don't stop it there. They're from there. They're not Mr. Jonesy. Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, human resource manager. Who don't see a life, who got the proof. It take money that gets. It take 2 million of people there. Mr. Jonesy. Why the human resource manager? It take 2 million of people there. It come in a standing over there. Then they can't take one person. Then go outside. And why don't you get money? They're standing over there. They can't take one person. Then go outside. And when I ask them to be grassroots, so yes. Artists for the party. Yes. We recognize people there for them to come. They're going to enter service police. But just put the one that all recommend to the SLPP people there. They don't ever take anyone. And no SLPP for there. We don't get to say that they enter inside. They left in a door. We not see none of we. Yes. And all the soldiers in there. Soldiers in talk. Yes. From this 5 o'clock now don't care. Oh, don't care. No see the no grassroots man, no grassroots baba, they not call. They all back now there and baba they son they only anywhere go down. They got the only like do ya. They want already they said the baba they not go. They don't do work. They don't give the baba they. They don't destroy the baba they. But what's the mean they check up government do ya?
All right. You know, comrade, people's power, don't play the sound, let people are hearing. You see, this is what you don't destroy Africa. This time destroy Sierra Leone in recent times under the SLPP party. Because again, everything is about a political party. Now we are the grassroots. We don't come for the job demo. The call we na camera in the call. You know, Mr. Jones. You know, SLPP. Now we are the grassroots. Now we fight for this party. Now this is the mentality of Africans. This is the problem when they kill we country like today. This level of tribalism and partisanship, and the Constitution make them very clear. Section 13B. It says every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism, that your loyalty should lie to the state, not to your section, your ethnicity, your region, your tribe, or any other loyalties. But with the CSN people there, every day they keep violating this constitution. Either they not get because they don't sabi, and with the ring on the ace every day, they don't understand what's their responsibilities as a citizen. But every day the same things are happening. Africans are people and not subjected so much to this point here. It's like people that go join them political party there, of course, because let the party can change their own life, not to the country. Now for improve themselves, not to the country. So this is they come and preach tribalism now, regionalism. Now we there for tech. Now we there the party picking them. Now we name so. This is the problem where we get now with society. You know, comrade, go ahead, let finish your thought. It looked like Sierra lost comrade. Okay. You know, so some people, whilst we are trying for reconnect with comrade Kocha and people's power back, but the fact of the matter remains, these are the things we've been saying time and time again since the SLPP came to power. I'm going to go back to like the climate change in the world. We don't see what's in the happen from where SLPP came to power. When Marabio it put a moratorium on timber logging. Now in one grain be the export timber in the country with a guy we call Babadi Kamara. The same guy with the builder stadium now. Bo, we get football team Bo. Of course, they don't let it for launder the money where they don't get unscrupulously. Sell with timber to China. At a time where we not get, some mill factories there in our country for create employment opportunities. You talk about human capital development. These are all the things we're saying. We take the raw material instead of what they call value added. When we get to timber, let we get factories there. Most of them for create, and build furniture for we self. Let not pick no go school, they don't get furniture. Let wait for build wheel, beds, build our own chairs. We they see them instead, we got to go buy furniture in a Turkey. Also, all over they get a raw material from Africa. They can deplete the resources of Africa. Just for them to go and make a living. People's power.
Yes, Ibrahim.
Yes, I don't know if you with me, but I'm just going off of the timber, logging down at the country, give people an insight. Say instead of President Biya, they talk about human capital development, because we for reach to the tribalism, but human capital development. They like continue they cut with timber, send the money go, fire the auditors general, take to the parliament. They're not even for call for say where is our auditor general? How a nation go there will not get auditor general? But Marabi don't take away, don't lift the ban from the timber harvest again. Who said they go cut and take the other people's power? Now the northern part of the country. Then it depletes the forest. Now the northern part of the country. The other day, remember Osira elephants? Elephants lost road between Liberia and Sierra Leone border because what you do? Then guy they go and cut all the thick of the country. You know, it said it affects climate change. You know, talk to me people because you feel the impact of the climate. Recently, we get a flood in the country. Waiting to climate change. Bad, you know, things that we might be ready to do in that country for destroy the atmosphere. But talk to me people.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Ibrahim, you see, I can always talk about leaders them way dishonest, and dishonesty now they cause all them problems their way they happen in the country. You know, climate change. When you talk about climate change, I think deforestation. Now, one part of the and then they make the country, then they get climate change. Because if you don't deforestate your country, you don't well all the forest, you don't cut all the trees there, definitely you therefore expect say you get a climate change. And this matter bill na income na governance, the first way it come na governance puts the ban on timber logging. It puts the ban on timber logging. Now, after when it don't set up in company, we na the leadway company, we na the only company where they export timber out of this country. Now they no more the export timber out of this country. This company owned by President Bill, Mara Bill na get the leadway company. He hand over to Babadi Kamara. He and Babadi Kamara na they conspiracy for make them deforestate this country, let them fraud Sierra Leoneans them. Now make today we see the way how we climate don't change. Even when you go up country, a lot of other people they talk about this climate change. And Ibrahim communicator and Cashbox, and they tell me say by the time way Marabio in time they done this 5 months we don't left for Marabio. Because today exactly don't make Marabio 4 years, 7 months in office as president. 4 years, 7 months in office. This last 5 months we don't left for Marabio. It will continue for deforestation the north and the northwest. Now they Marabio they pull all the timber in this country. All the timber the way Marabio don't pull in this country in one case single-handedly in company. In one case single-handedly owned by the president. The company owned by the president. Now they no more get the rights. This company not go through parliament. This company need to pay tax. In fact, the company they say now they get a revenue for the government. You go imagine that, Ibrahim.
I can only imagine.
For a private company owned by the president, they get a revenue for the government.
And not go through parliament.
It not go through the procedures. It not go through parliament. You know where we get the revenue authority, the NIA, the National Revenue Authorities. Then they one day way for collect revenue for government. Then they not collect revenue. Now a leadway company, a private company owned by the president. Now then they collect tax. What in this president do? They decide for divide the Ministry of Housing and Lands, Forestry, or whatever they call them ministries. Then they divide and now get Ministry of Forestry, Ministry of Forestry, or so whatever they name them. This all now for let and just say a deceive people them. He go to the international law. Ibrahim, the time where then guy they timber logging now that time they might have you left in so he go to England, he say go for climate change summit. Climate change summit. That people are they cut trees then at this country. They know they plant trees. They know they plant trees at all. And they cut the trees them every day. Now today we see a letter where the president say, you know what? Let we lift the ban on timber because Namara say let they lift the ban on timber.
Absolutely.
Because it wants let a company begin for exports the timber back out of this country, Ibrahim.
Deplete
out of this country. For Ibrahim, then guys here they cut the stick there, so they need the plant.
Nah.
You go here, the Ministry of Agriculture say we don't give $2 million to so organization for let the plant trees. We need to see it trees them. Of course, we now we the upline, now we the travel upline, now we see. Now they see how then guys they deforestate this country. Ibrahim, then guys are not only they deforestate the country, then they also spoil the infrastructural developments in the country. If you see timber mutukade and they come out na Kabbalah, Anyone green timber away for don at the colta, it the poorly colta. Ibrahim. Anyone green timber away come on, it go poorly colta. You go imagine an Escomado make that road for Maki. Na colta road. Now today, Ibrahim, if you go na that road in a so pothole, so pothole, the timber then they poil the road. Where the timber they then at the vehicles then trailer them. Then they pack the timber then fine. I saw the timber they expose so. Where the driver sometimes they want for take off, go any sign at that road day. Ibrahim, that timber they for them. Where 2, 3, 4, 5 timber for them, the colta the poil. Once that colta the poil, it grab. Now so then they can no more the SD timber they load them back. They left the colta so in poil one. And that colta they how when they come, that's so when they beat them. How the when they beat the was and I saw the only extend.
Yes.
I saw the only extend.
Very good point.
I saw the only extend. They're not only the deforestation, then they pull the infrastructural development them.
Absolutely.
Then they pull them,
and
they pull the colta.
And that remind people they say President Koromabi even banned timber harvest. If you remember when Sorio Sabura be do an investigative report where he even include some Sumana. Where they take bribe from unscrupulous individual them. We're saying go lift the ban temporarily. Let not worry about that no more. Ain't gonna know what for do for them lift the ban. If you remember, President Koromabi banned the timber harvest that continue for protect the environment.
He did, Ibrahim. He did. When Marabio come, now they ISF canal, he say in they can put hand part timber business. But wait till they tell salon people no more. Unalo will be patient. Unalo will be patient. This company are owned by Marabio, the leadway company. Now Babadi now they own that company. Una see Babadi they go build one old stadium for Go Rangers. Who say Babadi gets that money? Who say they pull that money? Ibrahim, one go they ask question. Who say Babadi pull that money for go build stadium for Go Rangers? Who say Babadi pull money for make he go build a whole clubhouse where worth over 5 million United States dollars? Who say he pull that money day for build all them things today? And this now the man this way they control the president in company, the leadway company. So all of them things they are so Ibrahim. Now this they create suffering for the people of this country. Now this they make today you see young man they involve themselves in kush. Now this you see police officers then they all take all them go involve themselves in kush because the government who we get not a responsible government. Waiting the government care about themselves, they don't care about the citizens. And this government know the people where they bring kush na this country. They know the people where they bring tramadol na this country. The Inspector General of Police, they know the people where they bring the ATR, the head of the military, the all the security apparatus, the ONS, all other security apparatus them. They know the people them, they sabi them, the people where they bring this kush, where they make every day salon people and they eat them. Then they eat this kush here, this tramadol here, then they eat them. All them things that these are things that where they lead with nation to chaos. And they lead with young people them to drugs every day. You go see videos that they come on every other day, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
Much small, but that video where they make grabs on the social media.
Before you reach to that video there, and that's a good point. I just want to emphasize this point as well. This particular kush and drug situation, Yaso. Parliament forget an inquiry. Parliament, every member of Parliament, leaders of the opposition, ASLPP members of Parliament, C4C, APC, therefore open up a parliamentary inquiry into the drug epidemic in Sierra Leone. Kadeyum Kela, Cherikoko, members of Parliament. This is what members of Parliament are there for, to protect the people against themselves. When the country reached to this point, yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
If you go look back and do thorough investigations, then kush within the couch where young people in the eat them, then tramadol where young people in the eat now. If you go and check back, you will find out say you get some members of Parliament them where themselves they do that business thing.
I can only imagine.
Because Ibrahim, this now business now where people in they make money. This now business where people in they make money. If you go and check, you go see influential members of Parliament them where now they get the government where they hand and they by this kush business. They hand and they by this tramadol business. Ibrahim, at one point in time, I don't raise this awareness, I don't raise this to the government. Until they say, then they offload this thing at Abacha Street. Then they put this thing inside the cartoon, then Maggie cartoon, then they put Ibrahim. How somebody go offload Maggie Maggie no more, you go offload ordinary Maggie. They go take military officers them. Government, the military officers them. They go guide container no more, they offload Maggie. Ibrahim, Maggie no more for offload Maggie.
I tell you.
You go see military officers them, Boku, the whole gun, they team up, they offload Maggie. You go begin to wonder, what's kind Maggie this? What's kind Maggie this, Ibrahim? For let's see that they offload Maggie, you see more than 10 police and military officers them, they all gone. Police officers, they all team up, they all gone. Who said they offload Maggie? You go imagine that? Ibrahim. We don't raise this to government. We don't tell the government officials them. We don't tell the security apparatus. But you know what? Like where they talk about Ibrahim. Now they know, now they sabi, now they all they connive Ibrahim. The container where they all, where they allegedly say now drugs now they. Who side they carry that container, Ibrahim? Who side they carry and go? To get people from State House. They say before they destroy that drugs day, before they go burn them, before they go throw them, that they now waste of money. Let them take them, they sell them, they do it here for do the money. Today, that tramadol day, that kush day, where they find out say now they sell that container. Now it don't circulate to the whole country so.
Yeah.
That don't circulate to the whole country so. Where police officers them, they get them at their possession them, military officers them, they get them, private people them, young people them, where 19, 20 years, they get them, 18 years old picking them, they get them just like what you talking about Ibrahim. What about the one that they take on at the house, where they know able for video them? Then Baku, they plenty where they take on at the house system, where they know they come na street, and all of them people there so where they take out where they come na streets, now the disgrace. Now the disgrace, Ibrahim.
Right.
That government know exactly how they tear the can at the country, Ibrahim. Drugs in generally. Then kind of material where they happen at this country. Then guys here they sabi, they know everything at a syndicate. Now a syndicate, no let's see the police officers, military officers, they involve themselves in this kind of disgrace, Ibrahim. Me no one this year.
People's power.
For mommy born at this country, I know one this year life.
For the very first time.
This now a military, now a former military officer now gets you as president. Now get to as president to Ibrahim.
I tell you.
Where it come, it divide the military force by tribe. It divided by region. It divided by political party. Where it come, it takes Soja man and puts them inside gutter. Soja man they go inside gutter and they go clean 30,000 for the day. When you go clean gutter, the whole of the day they pay you 30,000 euros, Ibrahim. Now so Soja man they survive that this country. When the FCC get that project, the Freetown City Council. When they get the project, now in the Ministry of Local Government say no, then go do the project. At the end of the day, waiting happy, the Ministry of Defense come, they say no, let the Soja man they take the project. The money, therefore pay Soja man 50,000 euros for every day when they clean the gutter. Now they say no, then they give them 30,000 euros. The big man they were there before. The boss they were there before, the Kelly content. Now they get the 20,000 per one get Soja man. Soja man they go clean gutter for 30,000 euros Ibrahim. 30,000 euros, if they begin clean gutter for money, say even 10. 30,000 euros, where you don't, now they pay you. Soja man, now you go put that gutter for clean. This now be former Soja man or Ibrahim. And not done the waiting in do back with the Soja man. Ibrahim, Soja man, and then they all trade them for tickets. Soja man, and then they na streets, then they control traffic. Then they all trade them for tickets. Soja man and then they go all together, they all they sell na street.
People's power.
You go imagine that one day, Ibrahim, Soja man.
People's power.
You can't expect 1 military officers then get na the world.
I tell you.
You can't expect what they get. When you put on that uniform, they don't force alone.
I swear
As
to
first you see you put on that uniform, they don't get expect for you.
Hey, my brother.
But Salon a different case, so Ibrahim. Now a different case, so where I can see you don't put on that uniform, you don't wear, you don't dress. Where you inside vehicle, where you drive go, where you come inside your office, you get people out there salute you. Look how the military gets expect.
Yeah.
But in real case Naya, Ibrahim, if you go now they tell you so. You go na street, you meet Soja man they clean gutter. You go na the marketplace system, you meet Soja man them. Now then at the marketplace system, they drive together them. Any minister we go buy land, where that land in a draw, na Soja man, na they go look that land, na they go sleep na that land, for let them not come do other thing at that land. This na the work down the Soja man they get.
You know,
they don't get any other moral again.
Yes.
The work this Soja man
so they make drugs.
Nothing again for do. That for work, Ibrahim, if you then weekend, you go na beach, you go na their place system. Minister Pekin also Soja man they be na. Minister Pekin. elect them minister picking in at the 3-4 you go see Sojaman de bien them. The weft they go so Sojaman de bien now. The minister picking they go so Sojaman de bien now. Ibrahim. Now the work this one is Sojaman they get now this country. Now the work this. So just they go through they say we members of parliament them they get responsibility. They get plenty work to do. This pusher, this drugs business don't they in the increase. It don't they in the increase every other day. We they see what's in the happen now the social media because we on time 24 hours now the media now they day. If it's so common at the media and sleep.
Tell you,
Ibrahim, now sleep. We don't talk this. People are never responsible for this push. Whether young man they take. Whether young man they eat this cushion,
people's power.
Whether young man they eat this,
play.
People are never responsible for that.
People's power.
Just the way I say,
yes.
Now a syndicate.
Right.
Now a syndicate. They know exactly how they benefit out of this.
Right.
They don't care. Wait till the young people and then they go through. Now the young pockets, nobody they care about. When they sell the tramadol, then they get money. When they sell the kush, then they get money.
People's power.
Yes, sir.
Let play a sound now real quick. Where BBC be report about this kush. You know, back in February of this year. Let play let people in Yeri. When then girl picking the all lucky being kush people's power. You know, bear with me because you know go Yeri and now I go play like for about 2 minutes no more, yeah, before they reach the garage, so go get good sound and then I'll go alert you. Stay on the alert, okay?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Push. A new illegal drug high taking my country's youth to a dark place.
Logo, quick.
Young people driven mad, harming themselves, driven to addiction.
You see, don't use to my dad, I don't use to her now. And it's like not to want it for left.
Police are battling to win the war against this drug.
So let us do the all Kush.
But with Kush spreading like wildfire, how can my country win the war against this drug?
You see there? Never got his throat.
My name is Tyson Conte. I'm a filmmaker from Sierra Leone. Something bad is happening in my country.
Recently, I've noticed on social media a lot of very, very young people dying untimely deaths, running mad, harming themselves.
I hear these horrors are being caused by a cheap new illegal high called Kush. Crushed dried leaves sprayed with chemicals. It's also known as spice. Kush has become king, overtaking more expensive street drugs like tramadol. Everyone skipping here is on Kush. Everyone. I met Aisha, who says she's forced to sell sex to make money to buy the drug.
For make money.
Yeah, so I for make money, yeah. When the people go spend money, they smoke for so they smoke. I dey guy go I know I see nobody. I like say for about put say I dey go from all. I go send me the do.
Aisha says Kush takes her to a happier place.
I don't get a life. I like the bad one.
But smoking Kush can come at a deadly price. You know any of you company don't die being broke?
Effie, you push ya, you push, you drink rum, you papa smack. You know they eat. Whether next year, what go inside? Come on, see, I know they say you take life. Maybe when they make me say maybe what they did, I don't glad
Later, I discovered desperate young Kush addicts searching through raw sewage, hoping to find something they can sell to survive. Smoking kush is an escape from this life. It's a vicious circle. One of those sifting through sewage is stealing.
You know, people's power, my brother. I don't play the sound. You go hear people's power. It's very powerful. It was a documentary where brother Tyson, when I filmmaker in Sierra Leone be do people's power. That was in February. And now the kush don't overtake the country. Don't worse now, my brother. And this government will not hear nobody, not even the president. In a serious society, this kind of batinya where it happens. So in a serious society, the president, the members of parliament, the leaders of the opposition, every one of them, civil society organizations, you for you read it now, then they come out, then they put their mouths on this, they are running all over the country, talking about these things. In a serious society, a society that will care about people there. This for them being out, the government and the presidency for come out and put out a statement, and then for begin establish, what thing they call, centers them for help addicts them, for clean them up, people and we don't become addicted. Whether for able for take them people, go admit them at their addiction centers there, so begin help them for clean up themselves so that they go come out behind this kush. But why would these guys do that? They don't go do it. Because that's what they want. They want the people continue for lucky. Then the one way they make the money, continue for make the money. But that money where they make, it not go better them. It not go better than family. It not go better than picking them. Then picking them go end up on pushback. Then picking them go end up on drugs. Because there are other ways to make money other than for destroy the lives and generations yet unborn. Because for every life who gets addicted into drug, something happened to them. They lost their life. They are meaningful people in a society. Human capital development, my brother, people's power. This is how kush not overtake we nation. But members of parliament then sit down. I know one day you read this na the floor of parliament. All the abuse won't go on in the country. I know one day you read parliament take them up. No serious member of parliament no go come there and take the waves and talk about this kush, this drug epidemic in our nation. This is a disaster for our country. Every citizen they for come out, but no, you know go hear some unlucky dog them, useless individuals them. These issues they would never talk about it, but as they touch them politicians, so they run come on social media. Hey, look at the attack with politicians, but they would never talk about these societal issues that are affecting the lives of our people. The responsibilities of them political leaders them for make sure they protect the citizens them that our country they not go ever call them politicians them for look into these issues, for fix them and take care of them. The way people and talk, meaningful, sober people and talk, they want for come in, for come put them mouths them, for come talk nonsense. But now we get an epidemic like this. We get a disaster like this where they rock the nation, where they destroy the lives of young people. Vitality, people filled with vigor, energy, intelligent people. People if you pull them, like where we Cash Fox they say you pull them, come outside and they like it today, bring them come to this part of the world, then go flourish people's power. But that is what Kush don't do for we. Then we get members of parliament, then sit on the disaster like this in our nation. Then they see the videos them on social media. Then they see military officers them. We're armed with weapons. Then they see police officers them. Then they see citizens them. Then they pass up and down, kush high. Everybody they drop.
Let's see military officers then go take kush.
I'm telling you.
Police officers then go take kush. A day na the public domain. A day na social media. One go begin to ask question about the leadership of the military officers. You go begin to investigate waiting at the salaries of them military officers they are.
People's power.
Which facilities them police officers they are the military officers they get.
People's power. You've learned from the top.
Salaries, Ibrahim, there's a lot of questions there for us. Why them are they going to drugs?
Exactly. People's power not from the top, not from the president, the parliament that are responsible for all of this. Because when you look at these guys, it's kind of about money they pay themselves, but they cannot pay these police officers a living wage. But left now they save people's power. Because the drugs, now the availability make we see a lot of them people where they go take and so it means that the drug don't saturate the society. The drugs, now for the small picking, if let picking no go pick and a treat. He see and say this is okay. He go eat up. He puts a picking can be people's power. It is a sad state of affairs that we country, my brother. This is something where the people of Sierra Leone say for rise up now and stand up and speak up. When I call on our civil society organizations them, when I call on our politicians them, when I call on our members of parliament them, say what's in happen in our country so? Who's kind of disgrace this in our nation? How people in the city thing there?
And Ibrahim, also we get a sober-minded leadership, a sober-minded government. then go set up independent investigation team. Why them police officers there, them military officers there, then they go into the drugs.
People's power.
Then they go
People's
into
power.
this tramadol
People's
eating,
power.
kush eating.
To be honest with you, this is bigger than just the police and the military. This is a societal issue now. This is an inquiry into the why drugs don't saturate the country so. This is the president, and you know, if I start from the president, Marabio for address the nation on this kind of epidemic. This is a serious thing. This is about the people. If you talk about human capital development, they talk for say MCC, score, spend 100, get 100% because they spend money for education. Well, this is the human capital development we're talking about. The next phase will go begin see them picking an inside school uniform. They don't push and begin for on a teeth. That is where we are heading now. It is reached there because they could be influenced. They say one test. He say, I see money they push and they feel high. Let me say test this year, one test, I lucky, I don't reach so. People say, this is big. This is a nation where for call on the president. A president who is serious. A president who care about the people. But you see, when you did a country where that tribalism, they rule the nation. People, they vote based on tribes. Politicians not hand their stripes properly because the society not a vote based on merit. Now make go to get so. So Marabi don't really care about the salon people. They don't care about the average citizen which they go through. No,
they don't give people a job based on merit. No. That goes back to the video we make us on the social media.
Get to that video, people. So I get to that video. Yes.
You know, Ibrahim, when I watch that video. When I see that video, a lot of people send it to me. I see I'm on a different platform there. Some people will send that video for me, Ibrahim. Tell them personally, say that video no come to a surprise. We all day now, so the president be do a talk, go on a different radio and television stations there. Where be the good talk? The accent at 98.1. He tell her, he make her clearly to the people of this country. He tell we say, now people always have been the employee. People away he know that they employ, not only why we qualify. So if the young people they go na PTS, they go first for be police officers. They are SLPP people. They come on at the southeast, they come for can be police officers. You understand me, Ibrahim?
Right.
They come for can be police officer, all that things and then they make videos say. They need the employee, they need to carry the SLPP grassroots inside. All the employments the way Mother Bureau make under the police, I think say for Mother Bureau don't come, you don't make recruitments that 3 times you don't recruit or 2 or 3 times. I stand to be corrected. You don't recruit police officers them. Now the party office now to Prince Adi, now then they go take the form, they fill them. All of them things and the evidence then clear. The evidence then clear. So them videos there, we get for keep them videos there. Them videos there, now they get for speak cash box. Ibrahim come with and cash box. You know, now they get for speak them video there so. And Marabio make it clear. Now that is Sabina the employee. The SLPP they employ you by waiting you merit. They didn't employ by qualification. No. Now you and Abu Abis and I did employ. You and a Paupan I did employ. You and a Sabi. Now you did employ. Not so you qualify for the job. The president not tell we say now that is Sabi not so you qualify, not so by qualification, not so by the experience where you get, not so by the Sabi where you Sabi. Now Uda Marabio Sabi, Uda Anatoma Sabi, Uda then at the power system. Now in they get job. This thing the president will make it clear. So this video let not come to surprise. Unallow no surprise. Unallow no surprise at all. Then they recruit police officers, them add them to this number of police officers they will get for the 2023 elections. For the 2023 elections. You know, Ibrahim, all the things where they happy so come request and cash box. Now expose the SLPP, expose come cash box, you have for coming.
No, I think it was Ibrahim.
Right on.
Yeah, but no, go on.
No, yeah, people, I was just saying, I was just concurring to what you were saying. Go ahead, no more.
Okay, so Ibrahim, then things are already happy. So you see the SLPP young people, like this, we tell them, we say, if you put your country before the political party, and then boys, then lady, then the way they see that video, then they all, now the SLPP they use for perpetrate violence, now the elections them. You hear what the lady say? He said, then camera them. Then counter them, then say them, then koroma them, then massacre them. Now they put aside. For tell you say this tribal business, it don't tell them people are the aid. It don't then that people are the aid. Ibrahim, if you go and watch the list how SLPP recruits for more they come in governance 2018 April 4th, when they don't make them 4 years, 7 months in office. All the recruitments they make na Southeasterners them. 90% na Southeasterners and the recruits are the police. Now I make you see them guy how they misbehave. I see the police officer they manhandle the opposition. I see the police officer and they kill the opposition because now them party picking them, now then they check them go give uniform. They not go give their uniform because they qualify you. No. SLPP they give you job because you qualify. Forget about it. Then they give you job because they sabi you, because you are pauper, because the president know you. Promote yourself. Now you where they sabi, now you then they promote. Not so you will qualify. So a lot of people in the world where they listen to we, let them get this clearly. Say SLPP they give you job because you qualify. This total APC term where APC then they go ask you for paper. All the federal then at the APC, all Ibrahim come Recruitment and Cashbox. A lot of young people they say they wait and go to the APC ministers let them help them for be police officer. They not agree. They say no, you not qualify. Go bring your ask result. You not go university. Then they begin asking for paper. Them SLPP then they ask for paper. Then they ask for paper. Then now they say they no say that they man I don't know. Then they ask for paper. When see they say Dake Bua be say Kaingoma Kaiwe na bab Dake Wale that the job he gets through. And the job he gets so Ibrahim. Yesterday, APC minister they say go bring your ass paper. Go bring your qualification. Now that qualified, I need to give police work. Then they look for tribe. Then they look for region. Then they look whose political party you belong. Now that qualified for be police officer. Now then they be police officers. Under the All People's Congress Party, but under Marabio, it make a clear. It say now Uda in Sabi, now they give job. Not Uda qualify you will qualify go na corner. If the Marabio no Sabi you, and Toma no Sabi you. Precisely, they are not Sabi chief minister. Then, if you never not Sabi,
this talk when you talk so today, if you don't take the full list of like the tribal balance, then get list them all. As you attack one thing, so that they carry its list. But like the people that they fail for realize say that they give, you know, Salon. We won't be the talk about the ministers. Them, Ibrahim, if you remember a few months back, we talked about the ministers. What they do? They friend list of like Alpha Khan, they friend that guy in Kabbalah. You know, give their list. All these guys them are dormant within this because they're not within like when they make them proper decision waiting for do. Then guy they are all they give them the cow they're all the rope. Sorry, carry on people's power.
No, in cash box, we not say the list get for commot. The list get for commot. Ibrahim, come request and cash box. If that list take commot, go na the different ministries, departments, and agencies. Go na the different ministries, departments, and agencies. Now whose tribe will dominate? Whose tribe? One great tribe, Ibrahim. Over 60 ministers, them. Over 60 ministers with the SLPP. Over 60 ministers with the SLPP gets now the cabinet list, Ibrahim. 50-something of their ministers in our one tribe. The Mende people. This video don't come expose them. This video totally don't come expose them, Cashbox. This expose the SLPP. All the two we done the talk for the past 4 years, 7 months. All what will be done, they talk. All what will be done, they count. Will they explain? Will they analyze? Will they teach people them? Will they direct? Will they show people them? Tell them waiting at the facts. Tell them waiting at the reality. Madabio, now you go begin expose himself. He say they employ people away sabi, people away know. He need to employ you by qualify. Even if you are come request qualify for the job, they say no, not to Paupa, not to Mendeman, not to SLPP. Then go bring them party picking them. Look how they go flop na PTS. Ibrahim, me no ever see them they recruit so na PTS. Me waiting me be know how they recruit na PTS. When the police don't advertise their job, when they say police form don't come out, then police form then they na all the police stations them. You they go na every police station you go take one form. When you take the form, you fill the form. That form they tell you waiting na your qualification for make you enter inside the police. Waiting will be qualification. The form they tell you whose age what they want. Now the police. The form they tell you for be Sierra Leone this and that. When you go collect that form, you fill the form. Ibrahim, come request and cash box. When you fill the form, you take the form back, you left and at the same police station, who's how you take the form.
Yeah.
You then left your contact number, you left your email address, you left your house address, everything. Then they do the shortlisting. When they do the shortlisting now, then they contact people where they shortlist. Now, who that they shortlist, who that qualify now you then they contact for the interview. After the interview back, then they hang another list for people where they go through the training. They need to go back now that PTSD. Go begin to take 2 million people hand. Not also if they happen during APC time, Ibrahim. Me all that here, I don't monitor them in there. Ibrahim. When the police form come out, then they give all the police station because they know say the police station and then they all sign at the country. So people are going for access and easily. Then they just take the police form, then go put at one side. Now SLPP party office. No, the police form for them all the police station then at the country. But can them all at the police form they for daily. Exactly. You don't need for like come on abo. You can't have return for can't take police form.
Thank you.
Just then abo no more. You they take police form, then you fill them. The way you fill the police form now, they go get all the form, then bring them now. They can scrutinize the form them. Then do the shortlisting. The one way for go the interview. When they do the shortlisting, now when they go to interview now, you they go with your relevant documents them. You go with your birth certificate. You go to your certificate where you see to us. You are where you see to the NPSC. You are where you see to the Beke. You go to all the things then you go to national ID card. You go to voters ID card. You go to 2 passport picture. After we don't go to all that thing and then you go for the final interview. When you don't do the final interview, they shortlist now. They hang the list. And that list they back, whether they hang up, Ibrahim come recruit and cash box. Not to PTS, no more did they hang up. Not to CIA police headquarters, no more did they hang up. They hang up back now, all the police stations, equally inside the care they form them. Then the care can go hang up all the police stations. So if you don't go apply, you then a now. You don't can do interview in a future. You go now back. You they say then at the same now, you don't say, oh, me the rush shortlist me, I don't qualify. Then they put the date there where they enter for the training. Look how people go flop na PTS, Ibrahim. Look how people go flop na PTS. Now that police training school. Look how they go flop there. Not just so it happen. Not just so employment. They employ people so Ibrahim. Now apply, you apply. Where you apply, you go sit down and you wait. Then they contact you. When you qualify, they go call you, say cash box, you qualify. Come so time for interview. When you don't go through the interview back, when you qualify for the job, then they can't give you the job. Then go call cash box, say cash box, come on, can't take this job. Or then go send for a message now you email. But look how the people look how them people are, they say they land, they educated people. Look how then they recruit. Abraham, that's what they do recruitment.
Now the 1600s, all my they can't team up in the line. Does a car like a fetch for a party? People sorry. But this is what tribalism does to a nation.
That human resource manager and that police, then they get a lot of questions for answer. Over to Ibrahim.
Thank you, People's Power. You know, Kashi, I know say we're only 57 minutes now, and Comrade himself kind of busy small today, and then I know he said the drive the board them. You don't come in we halfway now, like in difficult. I know you don't come in, you don't know what to talk about. But basically, if you see that press release where they don't lift the sanction again on the timber harvesting, right? They lift the ban. Now, freely, nearly, cash box, close to election, 232 days left to elections now. So now the matter be don't open the floodgates. All man can cut the ticket. Then he can cut all the timber. Then now deforestate the country. Now the same president this will be good na COP, that climate weather, climate webinar when we get seminar in Scotland. You remember Glasgow, right? When they say I clean, it's in a gutter.
In fact, one is due summit. Yes, one is due in Egypt. Like
thank you.
I think next week.
Thank you, Kashi. Yeah. So go ahead, take them from there, brah. Let's talk about go ahead, my brother.
No, Ibrahim. I mean, it takes us back to the wonderful audit report where they get rid. One of the reasons where they get rid of Lara Taylor Pierce. Exactly. We therefore remind people we by next month we expect another the dodgy audit report because look, Ibrahim, if you remember, we make analysis where we say the last audit report was like since these guys came to power. The audit report them like they don't be so disastrous. They were so bad. Expose them. This one was the one where they take them into the next the election. There is no way this government can afford for make this audit report be bad. Right? We can get like a very nice report by the SLPP next month because they get until next month to make the audit report come out for 2021. Ibrahim, you know, we sit on back, sack like Telopias, the timber. You remember the $250 million with a thief? Up till now, some people have not understand, don't know who side that money they don't go. You remember the name Babadi? They don't go build stadium now, Ibrahim, with the timber money. But this old timber login, Ibrahim, you know, like I think you are saying yesterday in passing, waiting happen. Like now, China don't announce they about for take out the zero COVID policy. Remember, Ibrahim, if you go back a few months, people's power, few months ago, we saw like tons of timbers them will lie idle because like we've been the wait for make them ship them to China because of the COVID, if you remember. They don't do so much timber logging. They be sit down in a salon. Imagine youth man and they take drugs, no get job. Before that, they give them wheelbarrow for good drag, or Molanke for good drag. The timber they don't in a salon because China not open up. Ibrahim, you know what make them open this timber logging all of a sudden? We look the flooding where they kill people in the salon right now. They're not open up because China they about to open up the economy to the rest of the world. Very, very timely. Very timely. You know, when China be the lockdown before, let me say, they be kind of like they produce the timber for make salon people and kind of like make use of and be productive in our society. No, they did not. Now they Papa God, me at times I don't be able to understand how people think. Youth man and they will not get job in that country. They say, oh, job not there in the country. But you know, now you can't go take them, ship them to China because China they can't open up. Ibrahim, you know, when people started to talk about this police recruitment, I look at this woman where they talked yesterday. Oh, we don't suffer at the party. We not card holders them. Now me not regional chair lady. Ibrahim, police now responsible for the security of the nation. You know, like now responsible for make sure say people we kind of like the corrupt in our society, hold them to books. We see in England, the prime minister, the police, they investigate them for like the COVID issue where it make party, whether they for charge up or not. Even up till now where it all resign and still they investigate them. If you go take all people, you pauper people then they cry to President Bio. Hey? How? You know, when people are ready, they say Africa no the better, Africa poor. Who that go see them kind of thing they are? They say for going to Africa. And, you know, Ibrahim, honestly, you know, time don't go my left and I have, but because at times you look at Salon, you look at Africa, you wonder, people they open their mouth are sorry for use the word, for say because that's rude. For making them they talk say, oh, the white man them, they treat we bad, we do under slavery. You know, una go fix una self force. I like this lady boldly. Again, it go back to the civic education. But when this woman feels, say, because in a pauper, it get right to be a police officer in a country. You know, Ibrahim, this is disgusting. Imagine this now police. Yeah. We're responsible for take care of people alive. You know, people alive them for safeguard lives and property. Now in the talk say because in a pauper, therefore taken at the police. Yeah. Anyway, Ibrahim, time don't go. Later. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, country sad, Kashi. Country sad. But we will continue for, bring these issues to light. In a serious democracy, the president should address the nation, giving this epidemic of drugs all the see cash box. You see that military guy, they recklessly, they brandish a weapon. Recklessly.
Yeah.
Brandishing a weapon.
Look at it again. The people sat there, they watched this guy with the drugs, with gun. They not even raised for say, oh, I'm afraid for my life. Call somebody. People sat there watching. You know, until what if you don't even see and say like now security concern. Let me call like the military police. Let me call somebody from when they can say Canaya. People, even in companies so German and see, don't back the watch out.
Yes. Waiting do sometimes they get some palaver. So now this is the opportunity for out time, so then go kick them out of the military.
Yes,
so
say, oh, made a video and because
No
they can go
video.
sack him. You don't think, say, even if you don't take them, like that guy from the pool in Trigger, kill people, nobody no say a word, nobody no contact people, for can take this guy, or maybe kind of like put him one place, or pull the corner yard.
Oh, yes.
Nobody.
That's immediate disarmament. It should be disarmed immediately. But 2-3 SSD they
such a man did it. It can't be such a man did it.
2-3 of una sit down. Now immediate disarmament, Nandi, for take that weapon of the money and immediately.
Yeah. So even the combi soldier man, the way sit down there back with it, they say self get for be punished because how you go sit down? You dey watch this guy. I mean, come here, they come here busy. But how you go sit down? You as soldier man, this guy the old God so recklessly. If you're under like the influence of alcohol, una watch your back.
Bruh, you know they carry weapons, self. You go take the, alcohol, 1 pint. You know for drink 1 pint, self, where you carry weapon. In sober democracies, you drink 1 pint beer self when you carry your weapon. Now you lose your job, you lose your security clearances. Because it's a reckless act. It is a reckless act. You've endangered lives and property. The oath where you take, you don't violate your oath where you swore to. So, you know, these are the, but I don't know, in Sierra Leone, the standards are just different in Africa. Then wouldn't don't they say democracy will advance? How would democracy go advance?
I don't feel say the standards are there, they make them there, but it's just a facade. You know, why you know, like when somebody they drive, a driver, if you drink, you don't under the influence of alcohol. If they catch you, they say they ban you, or they say and say hey, wrong. Why if you say somebody for old corn? If you're under the influence of drugs, una sit on the water.
He's hallucinating. At that particular point where they hallucinate, if he feels say, oh, I use this my weapon, but I just test. Exactly. Look how fly the passy and I shoot that fly. You know, again, Kashi, the president should come out in a civilized country. This is an epidemic. It come out and make statements. We see an American where they get like this meth. You know, crisis and stuff. Presidents come out and talk about these. Then profile solutions now. So these people, if you know somebody, we don't become an addict. Now we open up centers then where they carry people here for go clean them up. You know, addiction centers then. Those are some of the measures. Then again, it goes back to parliament.
Part of the cartel, Ibrahim.
Thank you.
Like we come here to talk, the first lady, the Minister of Internal Affairs, you know, Pananoa also. You know, Ibrahim, all these guys, if they tell you the history, they decide where they live. Even in London, this Pananoa, I get to understand, say, now one room it been there in London, Ibrahim. These guys are making millions of dollars right now in the salon.
Of course.
They're millionaires, and they come out and they can buy us that in London, where they be there, where they be the suffer. And now they take us and say, God don't bless them.
Yeah.
Imagine, they think people, but they're yet still in the interpreter, like I say, that God don't bless them.
Kashi, I say the investigations internationally and locally, we are going to extend our hands out. But again, who are the people? Now I make again, you know, waiting we need until a set of Africans then come back and take power from these elitists, what do they call themselves, elites in society. Africa they see light. Because who's going to prosecute these guys? Because if I know,
I wouldn't call them elitists. I'll call them just political class. We don't be lucky. Because these guys are not elites.
They're not, Kashi. But I'm only saying that in the sense because that's how they see themselves and that's how the people see them, right?
I agree. That's how they see themselves. But they're not.
But they're not.
Technically, they're not. They see themselves that way. They've just been lucky to be part of the political class where they destroy lives.
Exactly. Kashi, if governments change, the next government, they have the authority to say, you know what? We knew what you were, the kinds of life you were living prior to you taking office. So what happened within 3 or 4 years of your term for you to be able to buy a house in London where they cost sometimes £500,000, £1 million? Usai, where's the source of income? Show us the bank transactions. Show us the details. How you make this money. We waiting at this part of the world, Kashi, we understand how that works. If today I spend a certain amount of money, the government, they track me immediately because they don't say, this man, they don't step outside.
If
they see me transact, say, $1 million, $2 million, then they come 110 to me. So again, in London, United Kingdom, I know certain guys and get shady wisdom for do them through shell companies, businesses, and this and that, where you go look like for say their money kind of legitimate. But there are ways we'll not go discuss that now, Kashi. But we have to bring back the loot. We have to bring back the loot from our people. Because now some people have money. But you know, Kashi, we can extend this conversation on and on and on and on. Well, brah, Lord, it be no more the sacrifice. Or take this time what it take for the talk about these issues and bring them to light. It's sad. It's sad.
Very sad.
You know,
very sad.
We'll continue tomorrow, Kashi. We'll continue tomorrow. All right, salon people. On the left for now. Bye bye, everybody.